Morocco and its food are a cultural crossroads between Africa, Europe, and the Middle East, between the original Berber desert tribes, the invading Arabs, and European colonizers. Today, Morocco has one of the most exotic and enticing cuisines in the world, and it's famous for its prolific use of spices. But how does a world-class food culture flourish in a desert region? I'm heading into the Atlas Mountains east of Marrakesh. We're heading for an ancient Berber village, Tamalelt. And when I get there, I'm looking forward to meeting a famous Moroccan chef. He's going to show me where he grew up, and we're going to enjoy a traditional meal with some of his old family friends. Chef Lassane Bouki is from the Berber tribe and grew up in the desert. He's passionate about the culture and flavors of Morocco. So I'm looking forward to cooking with him and meeting his friends.
All the villages here come one time a week for this market.
Everything looks great, eh?
And everything is grown locally.
So what are we going to make with these?
We're going to use them for the couscous.
To make couscous?
For the couscous, yeah. For the beans and tomatoes, we're going to use them for tagine.
Tagine and couscous?
Tagine and couscous, yeah.
Do you have to buy the couscous here as well?
Everyone here, they make their own couscous.
Really?
Yes, on their own couscous. Cilantro too. You don't need to touch it, you just...
Oh, that's beautiful. That's some of the strongest smelling mint I've ever come across.
Michael, we're going to get some batata, some potatoes.
Batata, you call them?
Batata, yeah.
Batata? Let me bargain with him.
Yeah, okay, I will let you do that. Shahal. It means how much?
How much?
You know, he said 100.
Yeah, because I'm tall, huh?
Yeah, you have to bargain with him.
Maybe 40 for this.
No,
20. 20.
He said, what do you like?
Whatever I like. You know what? I like the first price. Thank you. 100.
أنا جاي.
Fresh lamb? It seems odd to see raw meat in the desert heat, but it works because most rural families don't have refrigeration. Their meat is killed, cooked, and safely consumed all on the same day.
Very fresh. They kill it this morning and they bring it here. شحال كيلو.
Look at that. It looks like he made it himself.
Yes, that he made it here.
He did make that. That's a heavy knife.
You want to
yeah, let me try one. Get those fingers back. Tell him it should be 250 because I did all the work. He
said you have to add the double because you learned how to cut. Use the knife.
Okay, so why don't we say 350 then?
Okay.
The price he asked for.
Yeah.
Shukran. The market had everything, including a traveling spice merchant. Even in the desert, Moroccans care about their spices. So some turmeric, some paprika, coriander, a little bit of cinnamon, a lot of cumin. Look at that.
We're gonna get just a little bit of the ras al-hanout. Al-hanout means the head of the shop, means everything in a spice shop.
Oh, look, I can't wait to smell it. It's very nice. This, for me, is one of the things that I came to Morocco to see. With a trunk full of fresh local ingredients, we headed back out into the desert to the traditional Moroccan home of Lassane's family friends. Thank you for having me. Abdullah. Nice to meet you. Hi. Thank you. Thank you. It's time to get cooking, to experience the real Moroccan kitchen up close and personal. But first things first, when you're invited into a desert home, you're always welcomed with traditional desert hospitality. What do we have here?
He's gonna prepare the tea, the mint tea.
In front of the guests?
On front of the guests. We're gonna put mint and sugar.
That's a lot of mint. That's good. Look at this.
Squat.
Sugar.
It's not just having tea.
No.
People have a conversation, talk about the family, about the children, about life, about the fields, about the animals, about everything.
About everything.
Everything.
This is my first food experience in Morocco, and it's simply mint tea, but it's a lot more than mint tea. It's a lot of guys sitting around, enjoying themselves, giving each other a hard time a little bit, having some fun. Just having some fun. It's universal. Thank you. Shukran. How many are we cooking for?
Like 20 people.
So look at that. Does that ever smell good? Couscous! Couscous! Morocco is world-renowned for its fresh flavors, its aromatic spices, and its colorful cuisine. But mysteriously, all of these flourish in a desert culture. I'm here to explore why with my friend, Chef Lassane Bouki.
Michael, we're gonna start with the tagine. And while the tagine is cooking, we're gonna make the couscous.
Excellent. Tagine is the name of the distinctively shaped cooking vessel and the stew-like dish prepared within it.
She puts salt to attract, make onion sweet, spices too, to bring their own oils outside.
And which spices are those?
This is the mixture, the ras el hanout.
That's the ras hanout.
The ras el hanout, the mixture, yeah.
Ras el hanout is uniquely Moroccan. It sometimes includes 15 or more distinct flavors.
And she's gonna add a little bit of the mixture of paprika and cumin.
Is this saffron?
Yeah, this is ground saffron.
Ground saffron. Unlike most stews around the world, tagines don't begin with browning meat. In the desert, that would require too much precious fuel.
You don't need each time to see and look how is it. You just like cover it, that's it.
The shape of the tagine pot evolved to reflect the limited resources of the desert. I have a tagine just like this at home, and I use it all the time. But one thing I never understood is what this hole is for on top of the tagine. Mine has one just like it, and apparently it's for filling up with cold water, because when you do, it keeps the top chilled, and that means the condensing process works even better. The vessel's shape allows the meat to simmer and tenderize with just a small amount of precious water. The water simmers and rises into the cone, where it quickly condenses and rolls back down the sides into the food. The water constantly cycles, so the tagine doesn't need stirring by a busy cook with lots of other things to do. Ingenious. Is it normal for everybody to pitch in and help out like this? Yeah.
Michael, she's gonna start the couscous.
Is that what that is? Couscous?
Yeah, that's the couscous.
Can I help? I've never done this.
Yeah, you can help.
And what are we trying to do? Work the water into it? Sort of rubbing it back and forth?
Yeah.
Breaking it up into little pieces?
Breaking it, yeah, and then we're gonna sieve it.
Well, we've started with
It's very simple.
a basic whole wheat flour.
Yeah.
Some water has been added to it. And we're now sort of rubbing the flour in such a way that instead of having one giant ball of dough, we have a whole bunch of tiny little ones, and now we're sifting it. Cookbooks will tell you how to make something, but they never quite explain why. Couscous is really just an efficient way to take a given volume of flour and quickly turn it into a meal. In the desert, couscous is also very efficient. It's made with minimal water, and it's cooked with minimal water. So we're making a lamb stew here, and as it boils, the steam goes through the holes, the couscous is here, and that's what gives the couscous its flavor. The tagine is simmering, the couscous is steaming, and I'm standing on the roof of the house. I find this house quite fascinating, actually, because from a distance, it just looks like a sort of big block house in the middle of the desert. But once you get inside, you realize that it's a system of courtyards. The family lives up front. A vigilant dog on the roof keeps watch over everything, the house, livestock out back, and an oven. And all of this in the shadow of the Atlas Mountains. Thank you. Shukran.
Bon appetit! The spring of the...
Oh, what a flavor. And the spices.
It's very rich. Follow your mouth with the...
Incredible. This is one of the most flavorful things I've ever eaten in my life. Perhaps the best part of this experience is how communal it is.
Yes.
The fact that we're all sitting here together, enjoying this and sharing this food together. This is very special. Couscous! Couscous! This is like we did in Jordan at the Mansa. Form it into a ball, roll it around a little bit, get it nice and tight, and then without touching your mouth.
Yes. That's it. Like that.
Not bad for a beginner,
well done. Good
huh? This is the first time that I've actually eaten fresh couscous. It's got tooth, but it's al dente, like good pasta. It's really good. The spices, again, the spices. Oh, thank you to the family for inviting me to share this.
You're welcome.
Thank you, everybody.
شكرا.
Shukran. Thank you so much.